tell me the truth. How do you feel about that experience we just shared together in the toilet?
I feel ashamed, but I also feel closer to you, but I also feel violated.
Well, hang on.
Ashamed, close, and violated at the same time.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
It's unfair that you've chosen those 3 words and we've not given the viewers or the listeners the context, because you've made out that I've done something.
But the thing is, you made out that I did something. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm there minding my own business in the toilet. I was having a wee, and you come behind me, put your hands on my shoulder.
C-O-M-E.
You C-O-M-E behind me, put your hands on my shoulders and go, oi, oi, like having a bit of sort of like banter, whatever it is.
Oh, my Lord.
And then
and
I finished weeing.
No,
and you go,
I'm not letting you continue.
Why?
That is just an utter lie.
Let me do my version first.
Oh.
So I finished weeing, and then I sort of do a little adjustment of my waistband, and you say, do you pull your trousers down to wee? And I said, yeah, I do. Not exposing ass, but just like a little bit, and then I go over the thing. But you said, oh no, you meant to go through the fly. And I'm like, well, no one told me this. And then Joe was like, what you do is like a little boy. And he went over to the urinal and put his trousers completely down to his ankles, arse out, cock flapping in the wind. He was completely bare, ass naked. We shared this office with other people. Anyone could have walked in like, you wee like a little boy at school. And I was just like, well, don't do that. I put it just sort of below the waist and then go over it. Whereas so producer Tom goes over the waistband? Over the gate. Over the gate. Do you go through the gate? You go through the portcullis, you go through the fly?
What is a fly for if you don't use it? What's the point in having a fly?
To do your trousers up, I think.
Yeah, after what?
No, it's to actually get the trouser on.
No,
Can I just get a little show of hands? Xander, do you go over or through?
Over.
Jan, over or through?
It doesn't fit through.
Yeah. For the audio listener and the visual listener, Jan said it doesn't fit through. This is what we're working with. Okay, Joe, go. Over.
What?
Everyone goes over, brother.
Why haven't you asked Georgia?
Huh? If you were that way, you know, don't know what to. If you were that way endowed, would you go over or through?
Go through.
Yeah, I knew you would, but that's just because of the novelty of having one for the first time. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. We need to silence women more often because there's some things that they shouldn't be talking about.
Right. Can I challenge? Have I got to like?
Well, you know, that was my version of events. The main thing for me was that to demonstrate what 5-year-olds do when they go to the. Because it is fucking hilarious when you are at school. There are like certain kids in the school who, when they go for a wee, they're neither doing the tuck over or the through. It's just pants straight down to the ankles, and that is what Joe did. I saw his whole arse.
Right. Thank you for your versions. The bits I'd like to challenge is mainly the first half.
Go on.
The majority of the second half. Yeah, that rings true with me.
Fine. Okay.
The only things I would challenge for the whole story.
So the bit that you're questioning is not the bit you being butt naked.
No, it's questioning more how we got to that point.
Okay.
I didn't touch you physically with any part of me. I'd just come out of the trap 3, which I'd destroyed. I'd tidied up after myself, both tidied myself and tidied
we always
where
assume,
I'd been.
any adult in 2026, we assume tidies up after themselves after a shit.
Yeah,
you
you assume that. It doesn't fucking happen all the time, does it?
Right, so you tidied up after yourself.
You know who you are.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, so I come out of there, didn't touch you, just stood behind you. Remember the moment I stood behind you, noted it was me, I went to wash my hands, and then I noticed again that your arse was out.
Little bit,
but enough to see, I'd say, a finger's length of your crack. And I went, oh, do you wee like that all the time? Like with your arse hanging out? And then we did have a chuckle. I was like, mate, that's how you wee. And it's
speed
the speed at which I was like,
I couldn't believe
it. This is how you do it, and you're just there. And it's like, just like, oh,
it was exactly like
just like that.
It was exactly like that.
You don't know what to do. And then I asked you missed out the bit where I said, do you actually hold it, or are you like an old teammate of mine who doesn't even hold it to direct it, and it goes everywhere? And then you did, yeah.
I've got 2 degrees. I have a master's degree and an undergraduate degree in law. Do you know that? This is how I'm spending my life. So, do we tell the guests what's happened in here today or not? Probably leave it. I don't want to make one of the hardest men in Britain one of the hardest men in Britain. Little clue as to who it might be.
Good.
Really good.
You know how we like usually do this back and forth? We semi-pretend we don't know who we've got coming in. Or when I say semi, I pretend, even though I've lost the concept, that we do know who's coming in.
Yeah, we know who's coming in.
But we've got to freshen it up, I think.
Go on.
And I found this. And I think it'll work. Ready?
Joe Marler will see you now. Cold opener. Aim to end on a laugh. Jake, before we introduce today's guest,
Hang on a minute. Pause in for a
what
second.
people to do.
Aim to end on a laugh, Jake. Is that in the running order that you've been given? Aim to end on. What sarky producer's written? Aim to end on a laugh, Jake. If you can.
Jake, Joe, we've had some hard men in this office. Jason Fox, Eddie Hall, me when Pete Wicks tore me apart.
Okay, right. So normally when we would talk about who's coming up, we're just going to let him do it. This is how you digest it on your way in.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen. Sorry, I'll stop interrupting.
Well, today we are joined by yet another one. He is an actor, author, reporter, and TV presenter. There's very little you two have in common, to be honest. He's got no hair. You've got half a head of hair. He's met some of the scariest people on the planet. The scariest person you've come into contact with is Janet. But there is...
That little rhyme sounds so much better from John Rhys Davies. He was Gimli.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you wouldn't recognise him as Gimli, would you? Because he looked like Gimli in that film.
Doesn't sound like he's got a long beard and an axe in that, does he?
No. So there you go, there's the start of the show.
Well, I think that makes these intros a little bit easier. We can just talk about what we've done in the toilet that morning and then get him to read out who the guest's going to be.
Easy?
Easy. It's Ross Kemp.
Ross Kemp!
Oh, my God. So Ross is with Janet now.
Yeah. Don't want to keep him waiting too long because, you know, he's hard.
Yeah, he's hard as in fucking hard as nails, not hard as in...
Oh, you've done it. Oh, OK.
Get him in.
All right, OK.
Hi, Janet. Please let Ross Kemp come in through the door. Kind regards, Dr. Joe Marler.
It's incredible.
Ross Kemp, everybody!
Absolute joy. Here we go.
Sir?
Okay. It's really nice. Ross Kemp. Ross, this is Jake.
Jake, how are you, mate?
Absolute joy to meet you, Ross. Really is.
Likewise.
Thank you very much. Wow.
How are you, Ross?
I am good. Yeah.
Bit of a pause for thought.
And I think you have to always consider that question because it can be taken as just a kind of casual reference to, yeah, let's move on. But I think I've always, well, in later years, I'll be honest with people, if I'm not having a good day, I'll let them know.
Sure. Well, let's move on. So,
Nice that you care so much.
before we get started,
Yes.
every client, patient, guest, human that enters the office partakes in an intake questionnaire. Up for it?
Yes, sure.
Full name?
Ross James Kemp.
Good name, strong. Star sign?
21st July, so I am Cancerian.
Wow.
Just.
One day after my birthday, Ross.
What? There we
are
go.
one day apart.
Synergy.
Different years potentially, but
Oh, definitely.
but
Not potentially,
never say
definitely.
What's your occupation?
Yeah, it's paying the mortgage, dad, husband, and then they say actor, but I say presenter, documentary maker, actor, sometimes writer, sometimes author, and all the other things that you do now as a human being in the modern world, which is worry, deal with other people's issues while dealing with your own, and, you know, all that stuff. So ultimately, I go TV person.
I'm glad we got there because it's only a small area.
There's only a little bracket.
And I was running out. So, yeah,
TV person.
Okay. Favourite acting role you've ever had?
In terms of variety of the things that you could get up to, 10 years in EastEnders, obviously Grant Mitchell, but my favourite role was playing a modern version of Ebenezer Scrooge. I really enjoyed the process and I love the story. It's about redemption and I've always loved it since I was a kid. So yeah, playing Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ebenezer.
He's a good.
You were nearly there, Joe. You got it. It's just Ross has got the lyrics proper. It's easy good. He's Ebenezer good. Whereas you just went, Ebenezer.
I forgot it.
No, I know. You don't have to tell me that. Oh, that's what happened.
I forgot it. Obviously, Grant Mitchell.
Yep.
Many years. But what's your favourite EastEnders character except for Grant?
That's a hard one. Well, I have to say Phil, because it's a joint enterprise. So working with Steve, in terms of, he's my favourite actor, apart from obviously I love Grant, but I love my brother as well.
Wow, you flipped into
I
Grant
disliked it,
just there.
didn't I? I love my brother as well.
It's when that eyebrow comes out, you know Grant's in the room.
What happened there?
When the eyebrow, that is classic Grant.
What do you mean?
It was the death stare, and then he straight back out. Sure. Ever been arrested?
Yes.
Just sticking with yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, it's your intake questionnaire. Jake, you ever been arrested?
No, I can't say I have.
Ever?
No.
Nothing.
I once was walking down the street when I was about 16 and the police stopped us. Me and my friend were having a doobie. And
why is that the thing for a doobie?
Because we were sucking each other off at the time. And
fuck's sake.
That gonna get used? Tell me it is. Because I know where the parameters
be used.
Yeah.
But
sure.
Did
they just what?
We threw it in the bush and they said, right, you've thrown that away. Where is it? And we can't bloody find it. Anyway, where you going? I said, oh, just to town. They're like, do you want a lift? I said, yeah, fine. And then they gave us a lift. That was it. That's the closest I've had to any police story. Yeah. Sure. Have you been arrested, Joe?
13, yeah.
13 times or age 13?
No, I was 13.
You were 13?
First arrest.
What happened?
Last, actually. First and last. Yeah, it was a fray, brawl.
13?
13, yeah.
But you were always chunky, big man. Well, you are a big bloke, aren't you? Physically.
You're a chunky monkey.
You don't get to play at the position that you play for England unless you are a strong lad. So were you young and big and strong?
From chunky to strong.
No, chunky. Chunky, you're still chunky.
Well played.
It's
really well played.
Still chunky.
I like how we do it. I'm still chunky. Fuck.
Yeah, was 13-year-old you sort of like the same size as the other sort of like
what I'm saying is 13 for a fray is quite young to get arrested. Were you bigger than the average lad?
Yeah, I was 13 stone. I used to go up in stones every year and I'd be proud of that, even though I was morbidly obese by the time I was 16. Shouldn't really be proud of that because I've done a lot to work on that recently.
But you're the one in the therapy chair today, Ross, so this is...
But am I?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Dr. Joe.
Thank you. Most dangerous place you've ever been?
I would say Afghanistan for the duration of time. If you're in 8 contacts before 8 o'clock on a continuous basis and bullets are zipping around and people are getting killed, that's got to be dangerous. The Democratic Republic of Congo, I think it stretches from Kiev all the way to Dublin. So it's a long, wide country, and I think it's probably got less roads than Croydon. So you have to go in and out on UN helicopters into the bush. There's no one going to come and get you if it goes horribly wrong.
I mean, you've been in environments that I don't think any of us could even imagine, but then doing something like this, being under the microscope with Joe, I mean, how does that compare? Does that feel like a scary thing in any way?
Really good. I love how really well played.
I tell you what, it's the first time, you know, this may be pseudo-psychiatry, but it is psychiatry. And we know that you are clever enough to ask pretty deep questions inside the bubble of humour. So, yeah, this isn't a walk in the park.
There's the Grant eyebrow. For the audio listener, the Grant eyebrow came up.
Exactly.
The eyebrow came out again.
It's not a trek. It's not a trek in the jungle, though.
Oh, okay, we'll see.
We'll see.
Right. What's your favourite way to relax then? You do quite a lot of intense, high adrenaline stuff in your life.
I've always used alcohol as my main way of relaxing. Luckily, these days, because of kids, I don't do it like I used to. And yeah, I think I was heavily reliant on it for a period of time, self-medicating, if you will. So that's something that has disappeared from my life, but I still like it. And of all the alternatives out there, that's the easiest accessible, and it's the
You've chosen your poison.
And it's the more socially accessible.
So you found a way of being able to get a handle on it without sort of taking the step to go sober completely?
I like to think so.
Yeah, wow.
But, you know, who knows? I don't think anybody should sit here and say, you know, just because I limit it myself, I'm not necessarily reliant on it.
Right, Ross, you've lived a pretty wild and varied life. 1 minute I'm watching you as Grant Mitchell, next minute you're talking about the deepest, darkest places you've ever been to, and I'm like, fucking hell, this bloke constantly putting himself in situations that I would, and I think, would you agree, we'd probably run a mile from?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not engaging in that.
I mean,
are we?
I don't know how you are able to sort of sit in sort of not mundane, but like ordinary family life when you've had all these experiences. Surely that adrenaline you want to be chasing all the time.
You want to meet the Kemp family, and there's nothing ordinary about that.
Sure.
It's in a way far more stressful than going to a war zone. That's probably why I've gone to so many war zones.
I need a break. I'm heading out to Iran, all right? Well, with that in mind, I have a diagnosis for you. I believe that you are insatiably curious. That is my diagnosis. What do you think of that diagnosis?
I don't think you're a pseudo-psychiatrist. I think you're a psychiatrist.
His eyebrow went again.
Yeah.
Take him
good stuff.
again. And he does that little like,
I feel like Tiffany in the 90s.
You don't look like her, sadly.
You know what have you never heard of curiosity killing things?
Yes, like the cat.
Yeah, it kills cats.
I think we're all curious, aren't we? We only get one go at this thing called life.
Allegedly. I think legally you have to say allegedly.
Allegedly. No, I've seen enough dead people to know you ain't coming back from that.
Sure.
Yeah.
The speed at which that went from a bit of light to dark.
Do you know what? And that's
I love it.
People, do you know what? This is a true story. So people go, oh, I was really looking forward to sitting next to you at this party. And I went, no, you're not. No, you're not. I bet you move after the prawn cocktail.
Brilliant. So good. All right, well, today I'm going to help you realise that you don't need to pick everything apart, and to leave some things as a mystery is a good thing. Okay, that would be our attempt to...
We're going to try. We might not succeed, but it's worth a try.
We are just taking a quick break to deliver an important message from our friends at the Refund Club.
Joe, I've got a theory that you can get a lot done in a minute.
Oh.
A lot done.
Did you...
Agree or disagree?
Did you come up with that?
Agree or disagree?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Agree.
I agree.
Good, I'm glad you agree.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, well, I want to put it to the test then. I want to put it to the test. How many pints of water do you think you could down in a minute?
Don't like water.
What do you prefer?
I prefer milk because water would hydrate me, and I prefer to be chronically dehydrated, actually.
You tolerate lactose? Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, big time, and I'm proud of it.
Okay, fine.
That's also not knocking anyone who can't tolerate it.
No, I'm not knocking anyone. Altering the question then, how many pints of milk could you get down you in a minute?
Loads.
Put a number on it.
Between 1 and 5.
4?
Yes.
4 pints of milk in 1 minute.
100%.
Bring out the milk, everybody! And just like that, the milk has appeared magically on your desk. My
How
goodness
convenient.
me. You're going to drink those 4 pints of milk. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk about our wonderful friends at the Refund Club. Are you ready?
No.
Your 60 seconds starts now. And something else that takes only 60 seconds is a check to see if you could receive hundreds of pounds from the Refund Club. You see, the Financial Conduct Authority found that millions of people were mis-sold car finance between 2007 and 2021, and billions of pounds are expected to be paid back. Could it be you, though? 60 seconds is all it takes to fill out a form, no paperwork, no commitment, and you only pay a fee if the claim is successful. He's on his third pint of milk. You could even do one for a friend in case they were busy with more important things. The average claim, by the way, is £829. So if you took out car finance in the UK between 2007 and 2021, you could be in luck. Joe, how you getting on? He's on his final pint of milk, everybody. This is incredible. I feel like you're going to need a wee quite quickly. I'm worried about your bladder. You used to play for England. Look at this man's career. He's just finished the final pint of milk in 1 minute. Unbelievable. Joe, bring it home.
Go to refundclub.co.uk/Marler. That's refundclub.co.uk/Marler to do your free check.
For the audio listener, that was 4 pints of actual milk.
I feel a bit sticky. This episode is brought to you by Shopify. If you're looking to start your business and want everything to be in one place from day one, Shopify is the place to go.
Their AI tools and templates get you your perfect website up and running in no time, which means all the stress of building a website is just taken away, okay? Anyone can do it. Joe could code. I mean, Joe can't code, that's why we use Shopify.
Plus, if you come unstuck at any point, Shopify's built-in AI assistant, Sidekick, is there to help you build, troubleshoot, and keep you moving.
Joe, if you needed to build a website for your own online shop, what's it going to be?
Can I let you in on a little secret?
I'd love that.
I had Shopify set up 2 years ago. Set up my own Shopify shop.
So what do you sell?
Like all my old like rugby gear, shirts, signed shirts.
So people now can go and find your memorabilia, buy it, and it'll be signed, and then
Yeah, all on my own Shopify shop, and it was so easy to do. So I can talk about this situation quite naturally because I already do it. It's just there, ready to go, easy as pie. People look at it, there's your price. So easy to set up. And at the start, I was like, how am I going to do this? Maybe I'll just do a car boot.
Whereas this, people can be accessing anytime, all the time, and it's easy to set up. And by the way, thanks to Shopify Checkout, more customers actually buy, and returning ones can do it in a single click.
All you need is the idea. Shopify handles the rest. Start your free trial at shopify.co.uk. Let's begin with the small version of Ross. Where did your curiosity come from as a child growing up? Were you always curious as a kid, or?
The curiosity really came, I think, from my dad's job and my mum's job.
It says your dad was a detective superintendent.
Yeah, so he was in the Sweeney,
The
real Sweeney. Todd Sweeney was a copper who started up the Sweeney, which was to take people on the pavements, which is armed robbers. So armed robbery, even up to 2000, there were still about 4 armed robberies on the streets, on the pavements of London every week. No mobile phones, and everything was paid in cash. There was no electronic transfers. That wasn't that long ago. So everybody was, like, postie vans would drive around with envelopes full of packets of bundles of cash. And so it was worth doing because it was hard to get caught. And it was called blagging, wasn't it?
So your dad was part of the real life Sweeney?
He used to carry a gun. He used to put these 38 shells above me and my brother's steel bed heads when he'd been down the range. Because there was no armed police in those days. There wasn't, like we have now, SO19 or whatever. The actual detectives went to the shootouts. And they used to sit and drink with the villains. They used to know each other.
Wow.
It was a very different time. The curiosity thing really hit home. He had a brown leather suitcase with all his files in, because there's no computers in those days. It's exactly like what you've got in front of you.
Yeah, well, I take my work seriously.
You do? Yeah, you don't need computers. No. And I opened up the case. I was sworn, it had John Jork on it. John Albert William Kemp, Jork. and I was told never to go in it. And it had like a loop that went through the handle, and it was a brass thing. And normally it was locked, but it wasn't locked, so I always tried my luck. Opened it up, and inside of it were black and white pictures, and I was kind of trying to work out what it was because I couldn't work out what it was. And then I suddenly worked out what it was, and it was if somebody had been murdered, left in a garage in East London, and it had been blown by flies. So it had all these holes where the flies had come out, where the maggots have worked their way out. And I'm looking at this thing going, I know now why he told me never to go into this thing. So I put it back, like even I was about 10, no, I was younger than that. I must have been, it was just after you moved to Shenfield, so just first year of secondary school, what's that, 11? Put it all back, and then I hadn't seen him, he was working late or whatever. If he was on a murder investigation, you didn't see him for days. And he came home and he went, "You've been in my case." And I went, "Yeah, sorry, Danny, I've been in your case." And he went, "You now know why I don't want you to go in my case." And he said, "Don't ever go in it again." And I went, "I won't," and I didn't.
Was he tough on you?
Yes, but I'd stand there and take it.
Sure. Because
that's what...
That obviously then led on to you becoming...
Get punched in the face by other people.
Surely that was the start of Ross Kemp, the hard man. Surely, right, I'm just going to stand there and take it.
I think I think it's in all of us that after a certain point you do stand there and take it. Because if you don't, you're going to be trodden on.
Do you see yourself as a hard man?
No, mate, I got bullied at school quite a bit. And then all of a sudden, rugby sort of kicked off for me. And also I started boxing as well. And I ended up playing for the county and boxing for the county. And all of a sudden, the bullies they redirected there, as bullies do. But I bumped into a couple of them subsequently, and I've not hit one of them, but I've certainly gone into him and said, "Look, you may have forgotten." And he's like, "Oh, Ross, nice to meet you. Remember we went to school?" I went, "I do remember you, and I know your name because you bullied me for 2 years."
Well, it wasn't me.
What? I know it was.
The audio listener, it looked like he was about to deck Joe.
No, not you.
It wasn't me. I know I look older than you, for fuck's sake, but I wasn't there. It was you going,
You do
"Yeah,
have a
I
lot of
remember you.
similarities, though, I think.
I fucking remember you, you prick. Let's go outside. In fact, fucking let's do it now." Well, I was up ready.
You have a lot of similarities, though, because I think from the outside, people would think Ross Kemp, hard man, Joe Marler, hard man. They do. They see sort of like a big guy. I mean, you've sort of had scraps on the rugby pitch, and people have seen that and thought he's a hard guy.
Fake tough guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what is the tough guy thing? What makes a hard guy a hard guy?
Well, I don't know. What's your view of a hard man?
I don't think there is.
Because your view, I guess your view is, appearance-wise, if they're big,
You're both big, broad lads.
like
You've had a scrap. I think probably you're hard lads. Yeah.
That's not what. I don't think that's what means hard. I think for me, someone who's hard, or it's a fine line. Like there's a difference in it. Someone who's hard from a good place, like in a good hard, or like a nasty hard. Why is that a giggle?
Oh, it makes you think about erections, doesn't it? This whole thing. But yeah.
See, I wasn't there.
Well, you weren't there.
Neither
No
of
one
us
was
went to
there. Sorry,
erection.
good, hard, bad. Fine. That's fine. Carry on.
I think it's a consequence thing. Like, there's a lot of people that aren't big. They're actually small, wiry. It's more of a, what are they prepared to lose? What are they prepared to give up? What consequences are they prepared to face? They're the scariest ones.
Yeah.
The ones that go, "I'm smashing this bottle here and I'll jab it in your neck because I don't give a shit if I go down for 20 years." They're the scariest people. It's very rarely the big units that
The
are
ones
thingy.
that tell you I'm going to do it generally aren't going to. It's
the
the ones
silent,
that you're on the end of it after it's happened.
I've seen a lot of your documentaries. Some of the people that actually are quite scary are the smaller guys who have sort of just been running things for a long time, and they've got that sort of like look in their eye.
Most of the bosses that I've met, like it was called Short Man Giveaway in Jamaica. He had bodyguards with him who were massively built and all carrying. He didn't carry a gun, but he was very, very intelligent.
Is there anyone that stands out to you that goes, "I was actually really scared"?
Loads.
They're the scariest people.
There's not what. I've done everything. I've lived with, this past time I lived with a bit of Hezbollah. I've been with Hamas. I've been Russian. I've done a lot of Nazis. Russian Nazis, Romanian Nazis, Bulgarian Nazis, Polish Nazis.
Which ones are the best?
It depends what you mean in terms of being a Nazi.
Sure.
Or the best directions.
Who
Where
really
are you
nailed
on
the
this?
Nazi role? Fucking hell, Jake. Fuck.
Who's the best Nazi? I think Adolf Hitler, possibly. I don't know. He might question that though.
Oh, Jake. Oh, it's fantastic from
God,
you.
sorry.
Really, really good.
But I think one of the things that I realised I was really green when I first started doing it, like not knowing what I was doing. If the translator suddenly goes very pale and stops talking, it's time to make excuses, because their atmospherics are far better than yours and they know what he's really saying. Because they could be saying, do you fancy going out for a slice of cake and a cup of tea? But he's saying, if you stay here any longer, we're going to shoot you all. I don't know, because I don't speak that language. But scary people, some of it is just ludicrous. Some of it is just when you look back on it and you go, what was I doing? I remember being in the prison early doors in Portsmouth where rape or having sex with other men is considered to be very, very normal amongst a certain faction, the numbers gang. And if you don't want to have sex with that person, if that person's powerful enough, he will have sex with you. There's an interview with a guy called John Mongrel, and I sat with him and he was dark. So I meet him and I asked him, I said, do you have sex with other men? He said, yes, I have sex with other men. My face, his face. And I say, so how does that happen? He says, I come into him, I say, hey, my brother, are you a member of the number? And he goes, and if he says no, I says, you come sit by me. And he's my wifey. Wifey is Afrikaans for wife. And he washed my clothes. He cooked my food. I have sex with him. And I said, you have sex with him? So does that mean you're gay? And he went, I'm not gay. They're gay. I'm not gay. And I said, what happens if they don't sleep with you? He said, I kill them. So it was like, I was like, ooh. And then he breathed on me. And I want this will go with me to my grave. Hopefully it's not the last thing I think about before I die. But he breathed on me, and his breath you could have sliced it, literally. It was that thick. And it was nicotine, roadkill, and man juice.
Well, fuck me dead.
Yeah,
Well, he would, yeah.
Ended up in Portsmouth. That would happen.
Ross, you're well known for playing the hardest man in TV.
I hate that line. Good going, yeah. For the very reasons that we've just discussed.
You hate that line. What,
TV,
how would you like me
TV
to-
tough guy.
Okay.
How many cliches have you been given? Loads. But
No, they're not. Well, they're actually not cliches. They're actually to the point. Helmet. So we had someone come in earlier and they said, "Oh, you've always been a bit chunky, haven't you?"
Who was that? Who was that? How dare they?
You know, so a lot of them are quite accurate. But so
I
you're
wouldn't have
well
them
known
back.
for
I wouldn't have them
playing the alleged hardest man on TV,
Yeah, I
Grant
know.
Mitchell.
Yeah, yeah.
How much of real Ross Kemp, how much of real you went into playing Grant? Like, or was it just completely
I think it's
different?
the transition. I think Steve and myself, or let's call it Grant and Phil, when we first arrived, he'd not been long out of RADA. I'd not been long out of Webber Douglas. So we trained 3 years as classical actors. So we were very much into where have I just come from? Where's the character going to? And because we were really conscientious about that, and also we had each other to keep an eye on. Like, unlike being a single fish, we were two fish. What I mean by that is that we could question each other's motivation and action for what we're about to do, and that started to form a real brotherly bond.
Yeah.
And Steve and I we worked out that as the more you play the role, the more you need, because it's continuous. It's not like if you shoot a movie, you shoot it over a month and you've got to play whatever character. You're living this character day in, day out, and you're spending more time with your pretend family than you are ever going to spend with your real family.
Did it then
Yes.
drip out into your into Ross life?
What happens is, Joe, basically, not only do you start relying on parts of your own persona to play the part, how would I react if I found out, my brother had been sleeping with my wife, and if you're trained and you know your stuff, you'll use emotional recall. Not that my brother's ever slept with my partner, but you know what it's like to be heartbroken, and you can you as a person knows what that is. If I do it in a leather jacket and raise my eyebrow, maybe I'm Grant Mitchell doing it, you know. But so there was a definite crossover between your persona and the character's persona, and sometimes it's indefinable as to what is which. But I'm certainly not Grant Mitchell. But there were moments when I was working with Steve again, like without looking, like we're doing the lines looking this way, and at the moment someone will say, "And you're a bunchard," and we just go, "What are you gonna fucking do?" Literally, but without the what the fuck are you gonna do? and like we just do it naturally, off, you know, just without, and you've got to know someone inside out, and that's the thing, you're working with each other so much. And when Barbara came along, and she just naturally fitted in, it was just like a piece of Lego, kind of like that, you know, the family are complete. And they were long days, hard days, enjoyable days.
Did you love it?
I like anything like that. I do think I refer to it as the factory. It's a sausage. It makes soap, or it makes sausages, whatever you want to. You go in there, you go to the canteen, and then you go to graft, and you do graft. If you're in that inner circle of main characters, and it wasn't just the Mitchells, there are other families, of course. You do work hard, and it's not coalface, but it's a different kind of draw on you. If you've got to sit there and cry all day, I'll be very honest. My mum was not very well recently, and in the middle of film, the second day of filming, back on the square, my brother rang me to say she's on her way to hospital and she's had a stroke. So I was 1 minute filming in a fake hospital. This relates to the crossover, and then that night, well, no, as soon as I got the scene done, I was in a car and I was driving to a real hospital, and also what bizarrely would happen as well, and I won't go into too much detail, but if you were having problems in your personal life, you'd open up the envelope, vanilla envelope, and you'd open up the scripts in the night, you'd be reading, "That's just happened to me in my personal life." And they would never have known, because they'd have written the script 6 months, 4 months before. So there was often bizarre overlaps between what was happening in your real life and what was happening in your on-screen life.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Just taking a break to thank our sponsor, Ancient and Brave.
Joe, they don't just sponsor the pod, you're actually an ambassador too, aren't you? A position I know you don't take lightly.
For anyone who hasn't come across them before, Ancient and Brave are a female-founded, mission-driven wellness brand. Award-winning collagen, blends and supplements, all designed to support the whole body health. They're rooted in ancient wisdom, but guided by modern science. And their products go through rigorous scientific testing with only the highest quality bioavailable ingredients. No additives, no fillers, no junk. I've spent a lot of time with the team, and I know this isn't just marketing jargon. It is real integrity, and they're all about supporting people, never scaremongering.
So can you tell me, what are the perks? Do you get a uniform? Do you have to insist on people calling you the ambassador? Mr. Ambassador?
Yeah.
Pleased to see you.
No, you've nailed it.
Wow.
So whilst we're in the presence of Ancient and Brave, actually, that
Yes.
applies to anyone in the room.
So, Mr. Ambassador,
Yes.
can you talk me through some of the products? What are your go-tos?
Personally, I would go for the True Hydration Electrolytes. It's a coconut water-based formula with zero artificial flavours and sweeteners, so it tastes great.
Obviously, hunks come in all sizes. What would you recommend for someone like me?
You need to get your hands on this Brave Ancestral Protein, brother. You want to know what the USP of this bad boy is?
Yes, please.
It is made with grass-fed beef protein isolate and no whey. And it's a delicious cacao flavour too.
I think what I like is Ancient and Brave's commitment to sustainability. Very important. They're a B Corp and proud members of 1% for the planet, meaning that 1% of all their sales goes directly to environmental causes that protect our planet.
To find out more about Ancient and Brave, visit ancientandbrave.earth/planet and use the code JOE, J-O-E, for 20% off your purchase. What was it like, mate? What was it like when Claudia walked around the table and, pinched his shoulder? The eyebrow.
Good try. It's good. You nearly got him.
What was the turret like, buddy?
I tell you what, as you know, the disclaimer is longer than the Bayeux Tapestry. Poolsmoor and Belmarsh have less policing around it than that, than that game. Yeah? That piece of entertainment.
Sure.
So, as you know,
No, we are fully aware that lips are very much sealed. But how did you find the experience?
You can't say anything. What were the other contestants like? Can you tell us about what podcast you're going to launch as a spin-off off the back of it? Ross Kemp will deck you now.
Right, enough from me. It's time for Jake, your biggest fan, to take over with a small exercise he's devised.
Just a quick fire exercise to get to know you even better than we already have. We've established you're one of the hardest men around to help us learn about some of the times where maybe curiosity maybe got the better of you. We want to play a quick game around the world in 80 traumas. I'm going to list
I thought we were keeping it light.
80 traumas?
Yeah, that's what it
Around
says.
the world in 80 traumas.
Yeah, okay.
Keep it light. Brilliant. 8.
We might stop. Let's just do 3. We've got a list of places, and I just want you to tell me the maddest thing you've seen there. You up for it?
Yeah.
Libya.
I mean, desperate people being dragged off boats and put in concentration camps aside, I got me and my sound man and all of us, we're in a supposed safe house that they were going to detain us in under lock and key for a period of time, and I thought they might shoot us at one point. We all thought they were going to shoot us. We were held for about 48 hours without being released. We could go to the toilet, but under armed guard. And Marta, this is a true story, Marta, who was the director, Marta says, come into the female room. And I said, I cannot go into the female room because there's cameras in there hidden. I said, there are no cameras in this room, fine. She said, open the drawers. So I opened the drawers and it's pink knickers, like big pink knickers, like big. And I go, nice, but they're even too big for me. I can't get into it, Marta. She said, ha, 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 look underneath the knickers. So I pushed him. I said, if he comes through the door now, he's just going to shoot me. Right, come here. And there were 8 Mills grenades, like the old-fashioned pineapple pin throw. Right, okay. I said, all right. He's got hand grenades. Fine. He runs a militia. He would have hand grenades. She said, look in the next drawer. And I went, oh, no. Pulled out the next drawer. It's bras, white bras, big bras. She said, under the bras are 4 RPG warheads. So we knew we were dealing with pretty heavy people. So that was Libya. That was the answer to Libya, really. That was hard.
Wow. Do we need to play the rest of the game? That's incredible.
I think it's up there
Yeah.
with one of the most incredible stories I've heard.
Bogota.
Yeah.
Where's Bogota?
Colombia. One of the ones that really sticks out to me, and I'll tell you, this is a really long dip, but I'll tell you. So they have sex hotels. So it's 43 degrees. It's on the Pacific coast. It's where nearly all the cocaine that goes up to west coast of America comes out. The CIA have taken over control of the port. So now they're using little fishing boats to go out to the bigger boats. So all these little villages have become hubs for the cartels. And they use takedown merchants. So they come find out where your coke is and they take it off you. One of the ways they find out where you've got the coke is by chopping you up slowly. All right, so you have chop houses. Not chop houses where they chop up drugs, which I've been to lots of. Chop houses where they chop
Fingers.
Start off with fingers. First of all, the first thing they do is, now I met the guy, so the sound aircon is so hot in this sex hotel. It's got a sex room. It's got all of these kind of odd shaped sofas, and there's a little fridge in the corner with a comb. Not going to work. Durex or lube, lots of lube, little mixers, occasionally a little drinky beforehand or afterwards, and just more lube. Right? It's a little fridge. Then it's this smooth floor, tiled floor, these plastic things, and we put a D5 camera on him on a tripod. He's got to stand it. We're shooting him in shadow because he can't be seen. He's African Colombian, so he's got dark skin, but he's covered in rosaries and crosses and all this stuff. So he has to take that all off because he can ID him. We start doing the interview and Dave says the aircon's too loud, so you have to turn it off. So it went from being a really nice 18 to being a really, really sticky 38, 40 very quickly. So as I'm doing the interview with him and he's telling me how do you do it? Well, first of all, I take your eye out with a fish hook, right? Then they know that we're serious because we're blind to him, okay? And then what happened? Then we take the fingers off. I said, I'll give up. If I had it, I'd give it up. But sometimes they get the wrong people.
Oh my God.
Right? And they end up chopping them up so their body's a box, basically, and throwing them in the sea. They look like white boxes of Coke, actually, or packs of Coke, because the sea...
Well, it's on brand, I guess.
It dyes it white. The skin, the flesh is dyed white in the sea because of the salt. But it is... I'm dripping, right? We're all dripping, and all of a sudden, all the lube is melting, right? I'm sweating. This guy hasn't not got a drop of perspiration on him. Right, he may be used to it, whatever. But I'm like freaked out by this interview and we're carrying on doing it. And he's just telling me about how the worst thing that ever happened to him was having to cut up his best friend, that his brother was mistaken for him and got cut up and his dad was cut up. I'm going, it's only a matter of time before you get cut up, mate. Anyway, we finished the interview. I'm wringing wet. The floor was like an ice skating ring because of the lube. The ridiculous of it, do you know what I mean? It's not lost. And I say to him as he gets into his car to go be driven away, I said, I couldn't help noticing you're covered in crucifixes and, St. Christopher's and, religious iconography. And he said, I said, do you believe in God? And he went, I believe in God, but somehow I don't think I'm going to heaven. And I went, for sure you're not, but I wish I got that on camera.
Beautiful. Well, that is the end of my whistle stop tour of the world, seeing what mad things have happened.
Sure, quite the whistle stop tour, that,
Yeah.
really.
I mean, if we could do a part 2, I would happily go all around the world and just listen to stories all day.
It's bonkers story after bonkers story and situation that you've put yourself in. All of this stuff that you've done and have experienced, that it's incredible, and it's like you alluded to. It's easy for us to sit here and listen to your stories, and it's great, and not actually be part of it. You've experienced it all, but how do you not let it affect you?
I think you have to have a disposable emotional memory bank, and if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be in the game. We use TRIM, trauma risk management, and basically it's if something traumatic happens during the day, and it doesn't matter whether it's a road traffic collision or whether it's listening to someone talking about chopping people up or it's actually having a gun shoved in your face or a bullet going past your head, we would sit and gather the team. We would all talk through our day like you would have done if you were a hunter-gatherer around the fire, and I encourage it with the kids as well. Basically, it helps to prevent PTSD, us closing envelopes in the back of our brains, if you expose it early. So if you talk about why you may have put the team in jeopardy for some reason, or what you didn't button on in an interview. So we did a really good interview, but I forgot to press the record button. So we have lost that moment. Did we button on? There's all the red lights everywhere. I can think we did.
Well, just need to check all 11 cameras.
Yes,
love it.
You could do with some more.
Yeah.
So by talking about it at that point, it exposes that, put my hand up, I did this, or I was a bit worried about that. And it doesn't fester, because the last thing you want is that the next day you're going into a hostile environment and people are holding doubts about somebody's performance, or they're blaming them for something that they might or might not have done. So it's about free talking, basically, getting it out there quickly and not holding grudges. And it really does work.
That must be so important, like you just said, to actually do for your team in order to progress, not just to the next day, but when you come home.
Absolutely.
Like you've already processed it, you've sort of
Exactly
compartmentalised it, and you've gone, right, that's there. It's always there, but it's not going to affect you as much.
But you clear it better.
Jake, do you think maybe we should probably bring that into...
This workplace environment?
Yeah, I'm just worried.
Well, no one talks to Janet. We've got no idea what she's up to. We've no idea what she's doing.
Where is Janet?
Maybe Janet leads on that.
Yeah, potentially.
We'll get Janet to lead on that. In all this, you come across so many different people. Like, what's it done to, like, what do you think of people? What do you, like, is it a trust? Like, are you amazed by all these people? Are you trusting in the human race? Like, or do you got overall negative thing of it? Like you go, fuck the world, it's dark out there.
It is dark out there, but I specialise in looking at, I would say, the minority, which are the ones that are dark, and the overwhelming majority of whichever country you go to, often countries with far less than we have, generally having a happier time. I am fascinated by human beings. You know, my big hero is Sir David Attenborough, and I remember watching that interaction with gorillas, which are still my favourite animal on the planet. I'm obsessed with gorillas, love them. And that moment, I don't know if you've ever seen it, it was when he was very, very young, and the gorilla comes up and like strokes his face and like could pull his arms off, but and he interacts with them. I realised at that point that was sort of something that honesty was not staged. It could never have been staged. It was so real and it was so engaging that's sort of what I wanted to do. Engage in a very honest, open way without staging anything with human beings. And that's hopefully touched with what I've done.
Do you think your curiosity is actually a strength?
I think it can be both. I think it can be a strength and a weakness. And I think that's something that you have to be mindful of. And I think getting older, there are a lot of things now that every rock had to be lifted and looked under. Now I'm a bit more selective. And also I think the more you know, the bigger your fears become. You feel that you're, as you know, probably top professional sportsman. The risks that you're prepared to take on a field probably, and the power that you exert is greater when you are younger, and you're not going to be intimidated by anybody. But we all eventually come up against something or someone that can defeat you, and it doesn't necessarily come in the guise of the player playing opposite you. It could be an injury from nowhere or whatever it may be. So I think if you're going to survive, you have to analyse the fear, and you use that judgment. You know, you use, this could hurt a lot more than it gives me any kind of gain. So why take that trip?
You've mentioned your kids a couple of times, and I got 4 kids as well. Are you conscious of the curiosity that you've shown throughout your years that you want, like as a role model, to go out and be curious, or are you like, actually, I don't want you to go out and see the world that I've seen. I'd much prefer you to just have your head in this iPad or TV.
Well,
I suspect I know the answer, but
yeah, they've got their heads in the iPad already, and getting their heads out of the iPad is what I want all kids to do. I don't think we can live our lives vicariously through images sent to us by people who are manipulating not only our children, but also us, by me buying the thing in the first place. So I honestly believe that, without being like, I'm lecturing you on how to bring up your children, because no one knows how to do that properly. If anyone had mastered it, they'd be the wealthiest person on the planet, because they'd have written the book. My mum always said, there's no book to tell you how to do it, and no one's ever got it right. No. You can only do your best. But I do worry about how much time my kids do play on, on electric games. They have got iPads, but and I've just done a program about the effect that has on young boys, and is there a correlation between time spent on screen and behaviour? And there definitely is after a certain period of time, and that worries me. And you don't want to be exposed to that kind of stuff at a certain age. It's too much for your brain to comprehend.
It's crazy to think that we've gone from, we don't want you to go out to the park late at night anymore because, you might get abducted or kidnapped. Well, it's dangerous out there, bro. We'd much rather keep you in your room and here's your iPad that actually gives you access to the entire world.
Yeah, the world of parks and all the people that inhabit them. Exactly. I'm not sure how effective it will be with the new legislation in terms of phones, because you can't have one rule for somebody and another rule for somebody else, particularly if they're in the same school, because he's got the new iPad 28 and I've only got the iPad 16, and that means that I'm less a person than he is, or she is, whatever it may be. I think that creates division. It's divisive. I think the whole system is divisive. And I also question how many people who own those companies allow their own children to have access to the kind of stuff that they're promoting and those devices. That's me cancelled.
No, well, that's what we provide. We provide platforms for anyone to come on and get cancelled. I'm always this close, as my wife often warns me. I go, "You right with me going away and doing the bits and bobs? I'm busier than I ever was, so I don't see you all that much. You go make hay whilst the sun shines, babe. You're fine, because you'll soon become irrelevant and or cancelled."
And
Thank you, Daisy. Love you.
yeah, but she's right.
Cool. Cheers.
But she's right. Not about you, about all of us.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean? And that is the way that society has gone now. So yeah, I don't know how I got into this. Where were we going to finish it? So yeah, I do want them to
You're a
have
big believer in kids
having
actually
fun.
embracing a bit more curiosity in the real sphere, as
Yes.
opposed to
I don't want it to be
this
though.
made up sphere.
I don't want them to be, doing county lines. And I think there's some serious stuff going on out there that we are turning a blind eye to in terms of child slavery in this country, manipulation of young minds into sexual areas of sex. So some real serious dark issues out there. But in the main, you want young people not to be forced to grow up very quickly because of what they experience on a screen. I want them to grow up slowly, enjoying life, experimenting between themselves, learning how to interact, how to make friends with people, or how to
relationships.
break up and then walk away peacefully rather than hurting each other. And everyone, sitting behind a keyboard and saying, "I'm going to kill you," is one thing, but people are now actually doing it. Not all the time, but there is an increase in that, and I want us to steer clear of that.
Right, Ross, we've achieved a lot in today's session, I feel. Do you feel the same?
I do.
I've got one final exercise to really test your curiosity. I've got a few situations that I'm going to present to you. One by one, we'll go through them and see how far your curiosity can really go. Okay, you ready? You look ready. He looks ready. Does look
He's
ready?
very ready.
Situation number one. You're on location, your phone rings. It's a withheld number. It's not a number you recognise. You're picking it up or you're deleting?
Never pick up a withheld number.
Never ever?
No.
Why?
Because you don't know the other on the end of the phone.
No, I know that.
Because you don't know because it's withheld.
Yeah. Why are they withholding it?
I know him, pick him up. And sometimes, this is about curiosity. No matter who it is, and if I know them, no matter where I am, obviously not when we're recording, I will pick the phone up just in case it's bad news.
It does seem like we're actually making progress. Scenario 2. Ross, I wonder if you've ever been curious about what you would look like
Ah, yeah.
with hair.
For the audio listener, Joe is holding a long blonde wig.
What's your thing?
Wow.
Hi, Ross Kemp here. Why not? James Farquhar Smythe.
I can't stop looking at you.
Here's a story that will make you laugh. Thursday nights, rugby training, Brentwood first team, supposedly. I was, yeah. Even though I was in EastEnders, so I used to get Gorbacheved a lot. Like people scraping the top of my head. I was playing Dilly Dally, which was a drag queen in a drama called City Central. So I was practicing the number, which was I Will Survive.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a Mancunian accident. As long as I know how to live, I know I will survive because I've got all my love to give. Anyway, I was practicing it. So I come back from training. I hadn't showered. I was meeting everyone in the Green Dragon for a pint. Not everyone, some of the players. And I thought my back garden, you couldn't see into it. I picked the house, but it was winter. So some of the evergreens were there, but a lot of the other non-evergreens had dropped. So you could see into my garden. And this is in Shenfield, Essex, Brentwood area. I had an extension at the back, which was sort of like where I had a dining room. So basically walked into the Green Dragon and everyone started whistling and singing because they'd seen me fucking topless wearing a pair of Vulcan.
What, you didn't know they were there?
And they were the neighbours were in the back garden looking out through the window. Like, it's a bit odd, isn't it? That's Grant's house.
Sure.
What's Grant doing? He's got got his top off, he's singing to a hairbrush, wearing neoprene undies and high heels. Yeah, bit odd. There you go.
Are you curious to see what I look like with a full head of hair?
I am. Raise the eyebrow as well.
I'm so glad you said that. Because
Let's have a look.
Oh, wow. The doctor will see you now.
Yes. It looks a bit, it's a cross between Carry On. Started Carry On vibes, but quite serious. Like, could be, my lord, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit of both, isn't it? Starting naval with the beard, yeah?
You look like you're playing the origin series of Captain Birdseye.
Where did he come from? Oh, he
You're
was
sort of a
born
young
there.
Captain Birdseye, like how he got into like all the fish fingers and stuff.
enough of that. Sure. Back to being...
Yep.
Sorry, that was unprofessional of me. I'm back in the room. There's been a green button here since the start of the session, and you haven't pressed it yet, which is good control. But you've got a decision to make now. You can either press it and see what happens, or you can fight that urge and not press it and see what doesn't happen. If you do press it, it could be something good, or it could be something bad. So would you like to press it or not like to press it?
Right. Well, on the basis of the therapy that I've gained today, and it has made me think about my curiosity, which I'm hoping that I've tamed a bit over the years, or maybe the experiences that I've had because of it have tamed me. I can't help myself. I'm still going to press the button. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, Joe, you said that wasn't going to hurt. You said you Okay. He said that the therapy would work, he wouldn't push the button, and then I would be fine. I've been sat here with these fucking things stuck on my arse for the whole episode.
Oh, give it a go.
Oh God.
Hang on.
Right.
Not only has he gone from, yeah, I'm pushing the button, he's gone, go on, give us a go. go on, give us a go. I'm curious to see what that actually feels like.
Oh God.
Well, I'll be straight with you. I got the diagnosis wrong. I'm human. I think your curiosity is exactly what's made you the national pleasure that you are.
Fucking hell, that's
you.
good.
Yeah, that's another level.
It is another level.
That's not national treasure status. You're a national pleasure.
Coming from you, I take it.
You've been fucking unbelievable. I hope you've managed to take something out of today's session.
Yeah. I've not wasted my day. It's been brilliant. Thank you very much.
As is usually the case with many a client that we've helped, we give them a badge to take away to remind them of the progress they've made in their session.
We've got the badge, it's been made. Curiosity didn't kill the cat. Today, sadly with the button, Curiosity killed the Jake. And that is the badge that has been made. This is for you. This is for you.
Well, give me it.
That's yours. And of course, we give every client a lollipop to take away.
Thank you. First off. Want to go right around? Yeah, right way around.
Curiosity killed the Jake. And you've gone for red for...
Danger.
Red for danger. Yeah, you run into that.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Mate,
Honestly,
honestly, you've been unbelievable. Thank you so much. Ross Kemp, everybody! Please, Janet will see you out. Please, go. Janet will take you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
If you would like to join the doctor's waiting list, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram at We'll See You Now Show. Remember, unless it's not clear enough already, I'm not a real doctor. And if you need any professional help, you'll find a link to great support services on our Instagram. I've been Joe Marler. He's been Jake Bhardwaj. This has been Joe Marler. We'll see you now. And we'll both see him next time.
I can't believe that, yeah.
Yeah, we will.